you guys. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the last day in January of 2026 and I just wanted to get back on here and talk to you guys. A lot has been happening in my world and exciting things, crazy things that feel like they've taken years are kind of coming into fruition, and I decided that I wanted to share some of that encouragement and perspective with you guys. So today is the last day of January, like I said, and January normally feels like the longest month, and somehow looking back I can say that things happened in January, and not just January, things happened for years leading up to this month. So my goal today is to help you guys chase your dreams and play the long game. So what I mean about playing the long game is some things that happened just this month for me, I did and I started years ago. And they're finally coming into fruition and they're starting to happen, and but that didn't just happen by chance. What has been happening since 2022 or since 2023 is I just kept tending to those goals. Lightly, softly, patiently tending to what I was trying to achieve. And a lot of times in my heart, I kept feeling, when is this going to happen for me? When is it finally going to be done? When are we going to, land the plane? And so it's been years of waiting, and finally I'm starting to feel like they're happening. Now this is the good part, and so I've been encouraged because now I'm coming on here and encouraging you guys, like, play the long game, knowing that I'm landing my plane soon, which is hard because when you're in the waiting part, that's the hard part. That's not the part where you want to come on here and film a YouTube and share about the long game. But I want to come on here on YouTube and share about the long game because it is so special when you get to land that plane. And I'm not there yet. I'm still working. But there's a lot of ways to go about your dreams. And I wanted to clarify with you guys 3 things that you need to do after watching this video. The 3 things that you need to do is I want you to write down your dream. Just your dream. Let me tell you my dream. And it might be silly. My dream is to make a positive difference in nature and people through social media, public speaking, teaching, and writing. It's kind of broad. There's lots of avenues. So write down your dream. Number 2, write down your legacy. What do you want to leave behind in this world when you're gone, when you're not here? And it sounds so silly. I am 24 years old. Why would somebody take time and write down your legacy? But when you are able to put your brain in that long-term perspective, you can play the long game because oh, but this is going to support my legacy and it's worthwhile. Like, I'm going to continue tending to this and I'm going to continue to wait and work at it because this is the long game. This is my legacy. And so my legacy, and you write it in the 3rd person because, like, you're gone, so someone else is going to read your legacy. And this is what I want my legacy to be. It says Caroline Catriona inspired generations of leaders to live a life of purpose and meaning and absolute whimsical adventure, which is awesome. Like, I would love that to be my legacy. And so those are the two things: your dream, your legacy. The third thing, your next step. Because sometimes, once you write down your dream, once you write down your legacy, your brain is so vastly broad, you kind of don't know where to start. So that's why I say dream, legacy, next step. The next step, what could you do? What's the next step that you could do? For me, film another inspirational YouTube video. That is my next step. So what is your next step? Those are the 3 secrets. I'm going to say secrets to playing the long game. And I want to take some time to back it up with something that supports all of this in the Bible. And it's the way that God created us to work. He wants us to work. He wants us to put our heart and mind and commit to whatever we're doing as if we're serving Him. And so here are a few Bible verses that you can lean on when you are in the middle. When you're in the middle part and you don't know the end, you can't land the plane yet, here are some Bible verses that can help. One of them is Ecclesiastes 9:10. It says, whatever your hands find to do it with your mind. Okay? And then Proverbs 16:3 says, commit your actions to the Lord and your plans will succeed. What confidence that Bible verse brings. Like, you can say confidently, my plans will succeed because I know that they're in God's hands. Of course, you want that underlying foundation, like you're rooted in God. God's that foundation. He's going to hold it firm when He is your foundation. When He's not your foundation, that's when things could get messy. And then my favorite is 1 Corinthians 10:31. It says, whether you eat or drink or whatever you do, do all to the glory of God. And that's awesome. Like, I think that's such a beautiful way to go about life. Even the small things in the middle. Whether you eat or drink, like eating or drinking, like do it for the Lord. And that's such a beautiful way to go about life, and just a perspective that I think can carry you a long way. So that's my encouragement for you today. Write down your dream, write down your legacy, and then think of some next steps you could take. And then on the other side of that is do check-ins. So every Saturday for me, I will check in. I will say, what's my dream? And then I'll say, what's my legacy? And then I'll check in. Did I achieve like my next step for the week, or did I not, and then find your new next step, and then your new next step. So dream, legacy, check it, or dream, legacy, next steps, and then check it. That, my friends, is how you play the long game. And I love you guys. Continue to dream big, chase your dreams with all your might, work hard, and yeah, let's go change the world. Love you guys. Bye.